You're dumb, you're dumb.
Cause I be a girl like zo. Man leave his girl for me. I'm like, no. Man pulling up in his car. He's like, yo. I tell him I don't see his cat. I'm like, no.
Booked a vacation.
I haven't booked a vacation. Impossible.
Yeah.
I'm not going on holiday.
She's scared to go on the holiday.
I'm not going on holiday because I said on YouTube that I wouldn't do it, so now I'm bound by my word.
Let know in the comments. Can Beverley go on a city break based on what she's?
You want the name badge with no responsibility.
These are the guys of our generation.
Quality men.
No wonder our comments were filled with men that felt it in their chest because we are feeling it in my chest for you.
With slander.
Are we still throwing pants in 2018?
Man, them still moving mad. And man, them are still moving mad.
Pants are still getting thrown.
Bottom line.
People are too old to be saying this thing.
Bottom line.
Don't want to marry, you people.
When will you marry? When will you marry? Will it be this year or next year? Will you be single forever? Jesus, when will you marry? When will you marry Jehovah?
Thank you for coming back to revisit us. As you know, we always like to start the new year with some information trying to inform you guys on what should be left in 2017 and what you should be taking into 2018. So let's get it.
One thing. I'm so shady these days. I don't know why.
Girl, you owe it, girl. Bye.
This isn't about anybody in particular.
Anyway.
One thing that I have been seeing on the internet is what did they say? Which frontal? Frontal where? That's the frontal. That's one right there. Stop it. I've had enough.
And it's like, girl.
Listen, YouTube's been around for too long for people to be still walking out with crazy hair.
Crazy frontals.
It's ridiculous.
Like, which one's like, and first of all, unravel those thousands of baby hairs you've used to cover the line. That's number one. The frontal is there. It's right there. Like there.
I can see it. I know you can see
and then like, can you see the line? Yeah, I can, right? I'm a zoom in.
even
right
with the
here.
filter, I can see it.
Yeah.
Even if okay, you put the filter and it looks like there's no frontal, but when people see you in real life, whoa,
The frontal is screaming.
whoa,
Please.
Look like a catfish.
it's too much. Listen, I just decided I don't wear frontals anymore. It's just too.
It's wahala,
It's
man.
too much
It is
wahala. It's too
wahala,
much
man.
maintenance, and it's like just let it go. It's not even that deep. It's not like frontals aren't that
It's
deep.
not that
Just
deep.
go back to wearing your closures. Have peace of mind. At least you've mastered that one. Frontals not for everybody.
It's not for
Yeah, it's not
everybody.
for everyone.
This comes from a high place
maintenance.
of law.
Another thing to leave behind, I was talking about it to my brother yesterday actually, bare minimum Twitter. So bare minimum Twitter is just like
snooze fest.
What is it?
Boring.
it's the new kind of like umbrella for husband hunters. So it's like girls like will say, oh, my man doesn't have to get me like a proper
ring.
diamond ring. He can get
Literally
me
settle for bare minimum.
yeah, he can get me like something.
It's true. It's a new brand.
It's a new brand of husband
husband
hunting.
hunting.
Yeah, he can just get me whatever he can afford. You don't mean it, sis. You don't mean it, because when he pulls up with something that you don't like, don't go and complain to Shaniqua on the phone. What has he bought me? You're gonna be upset.
No,
I
they
can't
can't
lie
complain.
to you.
They can't complain.
You live a life of misery. I don't care. My man has no job. I'm gonna hold him down. You're joking yourself, because love doesn't pay the bills.
One thing I wanted to say about what we need to leave in 2017, yeah? The flag hasn't got to be red before you leave. He doesn't have to do anything crazy. He hasn't got to beat you, hasn't got to be cheating. Incompatibility is enough reason to flee.
Yeah.
Give it a rest. I mean, not talking about you have to be seeing somebody for, you know, months before you say this is enough. I'm talking from the offset. From the offset, you can tell by the way someone speaks and how they approach you that this is just not gonna work. It doesn't matter if the person is extremely handsome. It does not matter what their credentials are. He can have a fantastic job. He can even love Jesus Christ. Yeah? But that doesn't mean that he's compatible for you. You know, one thing that we are taught as women, particularly black women, is that we're supposed to be building men. Yes? Now,
Cancel.
the thing is, right, the Holy Spirit is somebody that builds a man. That's not my responsibility. His mother and father build a man. That's not my responsibility.
Yeah.
All I can do is do some interior and exterior designing. I'll put pillows. This is looking fine. I'll go to the garden, add a rose. But to say that we carry brick and concrete and start building
And mix
not
cement.
my job. I will not do it, because what you will realise after a while is that because you had to build this man, he had nothing to give you.
Yeah.
So you are here the same, he is there brand new. Suddenly what always happens, they will leave you. But let's not even get into that. That's not the important point. The important point is
Breathe, sis.
Honestly.
The important point is you need to look at your own values and your own morals and look at the person trying to approach you. If the values and morals do not add up, there's no reason to keep pursuing. You see, it's this simple. This is what I mean by the offset. If somebody asks me for my number, right? Today, and then they're talking, and then the person texts me, oh, why don't you come to my house and chill? You see, for me, that's it. I don't need a red flag. Because you and I, values and morals, they don't add up. My husband's not going to ask me for the first time to come, when he wants to see me, to come and chill in this house. He's going to ask me to go to a date, or go to this place, or go to that place. The compatibility, it just isn't there. I don't have to try and explain this to you. Saving my breath.
Saving your breath. Give me a 5, man. Sweat. Let me tell you the beauty of saving your breath. The principle behind it is preserving peace and preserving energy that you can put into better avenues to excel. You can put into better avenues to grow rather than watering weeds or leeches in your life. Save your breath. Be quiet. You keep quiet. If you save your breath and channel your energy into better places, you will see that you have less energy expenditure, but you're seeing more fruits. You're seeing more things growing in your life, as opposed to watering things that will bring nothing to you.
Next thing to leave in 2017 is laziness. And Proverbs 10 verse 4 says, poor is he who works with a negligent hand, but the hand of the diligent makes rich. So a lot of people have goals and aspirations and to be successful in their lives, or just to achieve certain things, but they're lazy, or they're complacent, or they procrastinate a lot. Time is so precious. It's the only thing in life that you can't get back. And so use your time effectively. Don't think, oh, I've always got tomorrow, or I've always got extra time. Work your hardest now, especially when you're young and you've got the energy to do it. It may seem like, oh, I want to go and do something else, or it's asking too much of me, or whatever I want is taking too much out of me. But the hard work you put in, the discipline, the sacrifice you make now will be what makes you rich. And when I'm speaking rich, I'm not talking about literally like money or wealth. I mean riches, whatever is classed as like wealth in your heart, if it might be happiness or success in your job. But sacrifices now will pay you later on.
Something else to go under save your breath, sis. I don't know if you guys watch Marriage Boot Camp. Amina and Peter Guns were Marriage Boot Camp. Somebody asked me why, but Amina, or the Aminas of the world, who stay with toxic people. Peter was so honest during this season. You know, I can't commit, I don't think I will be, and you know it. You say it with your mouth, but yet you are still here. Just save your breath. Save it. None of us want to hear it anymore. Peter don't want to hear it. It's like, Amina, wake up. If you stop making noise about something that you're not willing to let go. You're gonna stay here. It hurts my ears. It hurts all of our ears. My ears are tired of bleeding because of your rubbish. Please, girls all over the world, if you know he's trash, because I know you know he's trash. Everybody knows he's trash. He even knows he's trash. He's told you he's trash. You tell your sisters he's trash. I'm just still here. Save your breath.
Somebody said to me, we need to leave blonde hair in 2017.
That's a violation, fam. You know that I'm wearing a blonde wig.
You know I'm always blonde.
And even underneath the blonde wig,
I'm always blonde. I told my sister about it. My sister was saying how the Twitter was speaking about how come birthdays, girls always want to bring out their blonde hair. You see, the reason why people are hating is because they cannot achieve the tones.
They cannot achieve.
They can't. You cannot. You cannot. You have not. Your favourite hairdresser has not.
I think people should leave in 2017 is fear, and this is based on Bible passage 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. For the spirit God gave us does not make us timid, but gives us power, love and self-discipline. Being afraid in life will hinder you from doing a lot of things and getting certain places. God made us powerful and he did not make us timid. And so if you're operating in fear in 2017, leave that behind. That's not part of your identity. That's not who you're supposed to be. That's not going to get you anywhere. That will limit your vision, limit your goals, may limit your relationships with people in terms of being able to communicate with friends or even at workplace. it's just really not a good place to be, a good mindset to have. Leave your fear in 2017 and move into a position of bravery and confidence.
Okay, so some people say, okay, it's not that easy just to leave your fear, but the way it works is you have to focus your eyes on God, and then the fear just, it's like, someone said, I wish I knew his name, I watched him on YouTube, but they were saying like, as you move closer to the cross, your flesh burns off, because obviously the Holy Spirit is a consuming fire. So as you focus on Jesus, as you focus on God, and those sort of things that are just not supposed to be part of you, they will fall off of you. For example, something that worked for me this year in regards to anxiety, because they use fear and anxiety sometimes to say interchangeably. What worked for me when I was getting anxious, or what has been working, is that I go into a place of worship and a place of prayer. And I learned that from Job in the beginning of his tumultuous period in his life. As soon as the bad things started happening, he just started worshiping, and I thought, if he can do it in his crazy situation, then I can do it. And it always helps me, when you focus your eyes on something other than yourself, you can forget what's going on with yourself. And that's how it's worked for me. We reached out to the supporters that we have on Snapchat about what needs to be left in 2017.
I've always been somebody who's loved heated discussions about whatever it be, whether it's race relations, whether it's relationships, whatever. I always love to have a conversation or argument in some other people's eyes. And what I've come to realise is that I need to save my breath, because there's no point arguing with ignorant people. Arguing with ignorant people will just drain all the life out of you, all of your energy, to the point where your mouth is dry, there's not even an ounce of saliva left in your mouth. So in particular, I put a screenshot of this book that I was reading called Why I No Longer Talk to White People About Race. There was a really good chapter, or a few pages about white privilege, and I put it on my Snapchat, and this person decided to DM me and try to have a conversation with me about why they believe that white privilege didn't exist, and etc, etc. And I tried to give them some information, but it got to a place where I realized that this person isn't speaking trying to learn. You're just being combative, and you're just being confrontational, and you don't even have any ounce of understanding. How can I have a conversation with you about something like, I don't know, Pythagoras theorem or trigonometry, but you don't know the basics about triangles? It don't make sense. You're not on my level, we can't conversate. So I was just like, it's not my job to teach you about XYZ. The information is out there. Once you have some kind of basic understanding, then we can come and talk. You don't have the capacity to engage in this kind of conversation with me. So I just shut the conversation down and literally just protected my peace, because this person, you're frustrating me. But why should I be frustrated? I just need to recognize that this person is ignorant.
Okay, so what to take into 2018?
My biggest thing for 2018 is learning how to save your breath, sis. And ways that you can save your breath would be just taking, not having, pretty much what Uvie was saying, not having to wait for something to happen before you realise this was all a big mistake. And things that you could do, for example, for relationships, to look for, to ascertain whether you guys are compatible, is to ask questions. And not only ask questions, ask them with your chest.
Yes.
Okay? Just say.
Sorry, I was making a deal. I'm sorry, can you do it?
Because you can write questions down, my G. Don't even waste time with it. You have to be intentional with this ish. Write some questions down. What do you want to know about a guy before you get into a relationship with him?
I want to know about your
Credit score?
Because we're older.
Yeah,
we are older.
Yeah. Yes. If you want to buy a house and then suddenly you can't buy a house with this guy because his credit score is bad, what you gonna do?
Maybe you don't know. When you have a shared joint account, their credit score affects your credit score. Ask these questions.
Yeah, ask the question.
Okay, do you have any savings? You're in a full-time job, but do you have any savings? Do you plan on getting a mortgage, or do you want to rent?
What are your views about a man and woman's roles in a relationship, in a family? What are your views on childcare? What are your views on cooking in a relationship? Those are things that I want to know.
Do you know how to clean? Do you know how to cook? Do you understand? No, that's not the right question. I was going to say, do you understand I'm not your house girl? But that's not really the question. So I just ask straight away.
How what does your mum do in the house? What are your mum's responsibilities?
What's your relationship with your mum and your dad and your siblings? What do you treat them like?
I want to know, how was your behaviour in school? Were you a bad youth?
So-ayy.
What do you go and put something to my own child? Because it flows through the seed.
Ask questions. What are we? Be asking that question from the after 3-4
What are
days.
your
Be
plans for
asking.
this
your
relationship?
intentions?
What are your visions for this relationship?
Ask it.
Ask it.
And you might say that you're being extra, but when the guy tells you, oh, you know what, yeah, I don't even know, I'm not really sure.
We forgive.
We're free and they love us. And then, and he has no vision for the relationship. He's just seeing where it goes, or he's just saying, okay, he doesn't. Let's say, for example, you want to be a bit of a mogul, you want to have a few properties, a few businesses. The guy just, I'm not putting anything down, but he just wants a regular like 9-to-5 job, wants a calm life. That's what he wants in life, which is fine. But you and his dream are not cohesive. You're gonna be staying there. Visions don't match.
Ask these questions so that later down the line you can save your breath.
You know, I'm so astonished. I'm so astonished by a young woman I speak to, and they tell me that they like a guy, yeah? And I ask them, what does he study?
Oh, they said they don't know.
They don't know.
They don't know.
They don't know what he studies.
Shocking.
Ask questions.
No, come on. Even if you don't know to ask questions, you don't know what the person that you like and have been talking to for months studies. So that means you don't know anything.
Anything.
You don't know what this person wants to do in life. You don't know where they're going. You just know that you're floating
That's
together.
so impolite though. Imagine you're with a guy who never even asks you what course you studied.
I mean,
It's just
both
even-
of you. You just don't care. You're not thinking about life.
Even that I've noticed that like guys have told me before that they've been with girls that have no interest in what they're doing whatsoever. The girls just want a boyfriend. They're just happy to have the luxury of having a boyfriend. They don't actually give that toss about the boy.
So you, sis, know that you want a relationship. When you ask him what are your intentions for this union and he says, I'm not looking for a relationship, you better shh. Oh, okay. Just be packing your load.
Honestly.
So Dan, okay, cool.
Swerving on these.
You ask him, oh, what are your views on childcare and cooking? Yeah, obviously, like I'm a man in it. A man just brings home the food and my wife.
It's just like, I'm a man, okay. Okay. And I'm your servant, Abby.
Let's just say thank you, Lord. Thank you.
When do you want to get married? He says he wants to get married at 32. You see, for some of you guys, I know that is not an option.
You're 21.
And you want to get married at 25, you're saying 32. Both of you are the same age. Age. Both of you are the same age.
You just see that 32 coming.
Who do you think is waiting for you as me? I am 23. I got 9 years, one man. You're bluffing ski.
Actually bluffing, losing
Bluffing.
it. Your head. Instead, your head will be spinning, but you sit there, swallow, and be like,
Can you
I'm gonna
imagine?
change him.
Yeah, I'll change.
No, save your breath, sis. That's why all the time, 10 years down the line, where's the ring? Where's this? I'm gonna leave. You're not going anywhere.
You're not going no.
And then we'll give you a shut up ring 5 years in, and then you have to wait another 5 years for the wedding.
Gosh.
Can you imagine? No, why?
Important question for us is, after you get married, how quickly do you want children?
Oh my God. Man, then tell you, I want twins. Oh, that's for me.
Either way, if you say you want twins, fam, go and read about some genetics. It doesn't work like because you want twins, it's gonna pop out my vagina, mate.
Or they want twins, or they want kids straight away. Phew!
I'm not even moving. You thought
You gotta go. You gotta go.
I ain't moving nowhere. You lost your mind. I'm
beg.
staying put.
No, thank you.
You just need some talking to. That's what all these guys want. Oh, 1 year after. In fact, not even one. Straight after the wedding. You want my ability to be full with your child.
Oh, no.
You thought.
You thought.
You're joking. That's how men are mad, yeah, because then they'll start getting jealous that you're paying the child more attention to them after. They wouldn't even get to love their wife. Don't mind men and their...
I mean, do you know what? Just ask questions about your deal breakers.
Yeah.
For me, I don't give a damn about what anybody says. I'm naming every single one of my kids. I will let you know from now. You have no say in that. You have no say. I'm gonna ask you, how do you feel about me naming all the kids? And that's legitimately a deal breaker for me. If you start coming nah, then fear. This is what I'm doing to every name suggestion you got. Bounce. Declined. Cancelled. I'm naming every single one of them. They have your surnames. Don't be greedy.
I'm a bit nice. I have a list of names that I've agreed on, so I'll say which one do you like. So everything that's there, I like it. So
I'm gonna be attacked for this. I can feel the men, their temperatures.
come on, we're ready for ya.
Don't care.
Yeah, I don't give a toss, mate. And also,
I don't care.
something else
Hey, I don't care.
just to take note of. A guy should be asking you questions as well.
Yeah.
If you're just asking this guy questions, she's just responding like a tablecloth. Like, like you should be asking you questions back because that shows he's interested in you.
Yeah.
He's actually seeing if you're compatible with him, and that shows some kind of intellect. Not just one donut of a guy who'll just be saying, yeah, I do this, no questions, but he doesn't give a toss about you.
All in all, I think saving your breath is really just about understanding you and understanding what you want in life, and just protecting that. So protecting your energy, protecting your peace, because you know what you want. You cannot save your breath if you don't know what you want. Do you know what I mean? For me, in 2018, I kind of just want people to be introspective and just really find out who they are. Like, take some time to just find out who you are. What do you actually like what do you want to do? Guys are very well equipped when it comes to knowing what they want. They're uncompromising, like they are very steadfast in what they want. That's why they always get what they want, regardless of how trash they've been in life. Because a woman's always willing to forgive a man's past and accept him for how he is, but a man is like, this is what I want and I'm going to go and get it. And I think what they call it, like, the playing fields will never be level until we level up as well. Do you know what I mean? Go for what you want. It's not, don't think you're selfish, don't think you're moving like you're being too forward or whatever. Even in regards to, like, we just started in this professional world, but in terms of like salary, like increases or promotions, if you feel like you're qualified, go for it.
In life, that's why it's very important to do some self-reflection and do some, some evaluation and set some goals. Because when you don't have a goal, when you don't have any objectives, that's when you start going here, there, everywhere. But when you have objectives, you know when to say yes and you know when to say no. And I want to also add to that, every opportunity isn't for you. Some things, they can look good, but that's not for you. That's not your plan. That's not where you need to go. One thing I've learned, particularly through education, is that people will underestimate you and they will try to speak their low expectations of you over your life. Now, one thing you have to do is you have to know how to manage those kind of situations. And how I personally manage it is I zone out. So when people tell me, okay, you can't, they put a cap on my capabilities, I literally zone out. An example would be dissertation. Now, for the dissertation, me and my dissertation partners, I asked our tutor, how do you get a first? Or is it possible to get a first? He was just giving us some kind of, the attitude was pretty much chill. The attitude was just like, you need to calm down, you need to stop, because it's not that easy, it's not for everybody. It felt like he was saying it's not actually for you lot, calm. Now, I saw that, but that has nothing to do with me. What you think I can achieve, that's your business. I can achieve always more than what you think I can achieve. And whether or not, that's why you have to have a certain level of confidence. Whether or not you believe in me, what does that mean about anything? I got that first, we all got that first, because we do what we do. You can't tell me where I'm gonna reach. That makes no sense. So yes, keep striving. Don't let anybody stop you. I'm talking parents. Your parents can say some stuff that you need to zone out. Parents, sometimes, I don't know what's going on in their mind, but they be saying crazy stuff. Your parents might say, oh, you're going to be a rubbish wife, you're going to be a rubbish husband, you're never going to be able to manage kids. In one ear, out the other, let that thing fly away. Your friends might tell you this business is not going to work, that's not going to work, this not going to work. In one ear, out of the other. People from a distance, particularly when we have the social media world, they'll be telling you rubbish. In one ear, it doesn't even go in my ears, can't lie to you. Block. Swerve. Okay? And save your breath. You see people telling me, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. I do not converse. I do not engage in those kind of conversations. Keep your foul mouth to yourself.
Can't do it. Just to add on to what to take into 2018 is a new positive mindset, a new happy mindset. Things that happened to you in 2017, leave them there. Don't be dragging all of the anguish, pain, frustration, tiredness into 2018. You don't want to start your year on a low. Start your year on a high. Say, that happened to me that last year, but last year is trapped in a box. Let it stay there. I'm going to start with something new. I'm going to start on a different wave. I want different things to happen to me this year. There's so much power in your mind and there's so much power in your words. If you start speaking it into the atmosphere, I'm not going to say atmosphere. Well, you speak into the atmosphere, but the God that you serve, it will start to manifest things for you, because it's also God, but it's also how you think and how you perceive things that will change the outcomes of your year. So leave what happened in 2017 behind and don't let that dictate what is going to happen to you this year, because it's not going to be fruitful. It will not be good for you. You need to just detox and refresh and start again. So yeah.
Life is life, innit? Things are gonna happen, but when you do start to focus on God, and when you go through things in the upcoming year, if you change your mindset and give like all your stress to God, the way you manage it and the way you deal with it could be different, and you could end up being in a situation where, okay, you are going through things, but it's just not the same as 2017 because you rely on God. Even though I'm going through X, Y, and Z, I have a bit more peace, I have a bit more hope, I have a bit more joy.
Okay, so all in all, I feel like pretty much what we've said is save your breath, sis, everyone. But how do you save your breath? Or basically, save your breath means save your energy, preserve your peace. How do you do that? By knowing who you are and knowing what you want in life, in every aspect of your life, career-wise, relationship-wise, parents, friends, romantically, and just in regards to where you want to be as a person. So what you're gonna do now, because it's not about if you have time, you have to make time, you have to invest in yourself, and sometimes investing in yourself also looks like introspection, or also looks like making plans. So think to yourself, think of your future as a house, yeah, and every kind of pillar, every pillar is something that you need to have in your life. So whether it's like a good friendships, a good career, I don't know, peace, what could something else be, faith, etc. And think to yourself, what do those things look like? So if it's a friendship, in my friendship I need to have honesty, I need to have support, I need to have respect, I need to have maybe banter, lightheartedness, and look at the friends around you and think to yourself, or the friendships you have at the moment, is this fitting into an infrastructure? How am I contributing to something that's outside of this? Or what can I do to make my life look like what I want? If I'm in a relationship, I need loyalty, I need respect, I need I don't know.
Respect is
loyalty, respect,
love,
faithfulness, love, selflessness. My relationship at the moment, it doesn't look like this. If not, is there something that can be done? How am I contributing to the fact that everything is outside of this infrastructure? What can I contribute to make it look like? If not, then I can't remove this pillar, because as soon as you remove the pillar, everything collapses. So you have to mold your life so that whatever is coming in or going out will then fit nicely into your infrastructure. So make your plans, sis, and save your breath, save your energy, save your coins,
and pray. And pray about everything. You want your friends to be this, you want your friends to be that, you gotta pray. You want your house to look like this, you want to look that, you gotta pray. You want a job like this, you want that, you gotta pray. You want to increase your faith, read the word, but you also gotta pray, okay?
Well, see you guys later. Have a great 2018. We know it's going to be fantastic.
In Jesus' name.
Amen. Hallelujah. Bye-bye.
That's why I say, single people, if you dating somebody, you need to ask 1,000 questions during the dating process. You don't need to be sitting up there talking about, well, I go to church and I talk in tongues, and a big plus is I'm a member of World Change. Oh, praise the Lord, I done found my husband. You might have found the devil. Now, hold up a minute, girl. You need to ask some questions. Y'all need to sit down and go on a whole lot of dates. What's your name? Is that your real name? Do you have your daddy's name? When can I meet your daddy? Is your dad and mama together? How do you act when you get mad? Do you throw things? Do you cuss around? Do you beat up on people? I need to know, do you have a job? Where do you work at? How much money do you make? How long you been working there? Do you have a bank account? How is your credit? Can I see your credit score? Do you have a house? Or you live in an apartment? Do you pay for your gas in your car? Do you live with your mama and them? I need to understand what you're doing, what you like to eat. Do you plan on...
Layfield, baby.